Hello, I want to give you an introduction to the profit and loss report. So we know that there are a few reports we need to be running monthly to best be in touch with the workings of your business. And one of those main reports is the profit and loss report, also called the income statement. So let's navigate over to the report center here on the left sidebar. And under the standard tab, we're just going to run a profit and loss report. It may show up in your favorite section here, or it might be under business overview, but you can just click on it here, profit and loss report. And then we're just going to tweak a few of the settings across the top. And I'll tell you my favorite way to run the profit and loss, and that is as a year-to-date report by month. So in this first report period, I like to take it a step further than year to date and do year to last month. And what that means is it's just going to run from the beginning of the year to the last month that you've closed out. So if we're in December, the last full month we had was November, and we'll assume that we've already added all our transactions, reconciled. So November is a fully closed month. So that's why I like to choose this setting. So it's going from the beginning of the year through the end of November in this case. And then display columns by, I like to see this report monthly so I can get, monthly numbers. So you can choose that. And then the last one we're going to tweak for now is accounting method. So just depends on what your accounting method is. And a lot of you will be cash, so we'll choose cash in this case. And then go to run reports. Don't forget to click on this button to update it. And now we see a nice profit and loss laid out by month, starting from January through November. And we can start to understand the format of this report. So a profit and loss is just that. It's showing your profit or your loss for a certain period. And you can always run this in different time periods. You could run a quarterly report, or you could just run it for 1 month. I like to, again, look at it for the year and then by month. But within the profit and loss, you have income at the top. Then you have your cost of goods sold is subtracted. So either cost of goods sold or cost of services if you're a service business. And then that will show your gross profit. So gross profit is simply your income minus the cost, either cost of goods sold, the cost to provide your product, or cost of services, the cost for you to offer that service. So that's a really nice number to understand. And then below that gross profit number, you have all of your overhead expenses. So these are expenses related to the running of the business, not so much the development of the product or service. So just a quick overview, you've got income at the top, then cost of goods sold or cost of services is taken out. That shows your gross profit. Then all of your expenses are subtracted out and you get to your net operating income. There may be a couple small items in either other income or other expenses. Usually there's not a lot for a small business. And then that gets you to your total net income. This is also your profit. So, of course, very important to understand how profitable you are or months that you have a loss. So we're getting a lot of information from this report. I urge you to start looking around in this report and just getting familiar with it. You can click into any of the numbers to get more detail. So just for example, here we can click and see what makes up this number. So this is a nice live report, and I always urge people to come into QuickBooks and look at this report live, since you can click around versus just looking at stagnant numbers on a PDF. So come in here, start to click around, start to ask questions, and we'll go into more detail in another lesson about how to extract more data out of this report. So that's the profit and loss report.